They're like people who voluntarily do this.
Happy Thursday, good morning. I hope that you had a great evening last night. Serina Vassar here, and I wanted to give you an update about how I am doing here on GAP Stage 4. I really enjoyed my meals yesterday. They were so simple, just some sauteed cooked up carrots and onions and eggs, but an avocado and some sauerkraut, but they're really nice. I feel like I haven't quite fully embraced Stage 4 in it to the fullest. You can do baked meats and these things, and I just haven't done that. I've just been eating eggs. That's okay. But I did have a fantastic bowel movement this morning. Yes, small victories, right? And that means that I can move on to Stage 5 if I want to. So I'm very excited about that. I had my almond flour muffins last night. Those were great. They're very moist. The book says that you can, Heal Your Gut cookbook says that you can use this almond flour muffin recipe for pizza crust, and I just don't see how that's possible. It is so moist, so kind of wet almost. Maybe I didn't cook it long enough. It seems fine, but I just don't know how that's gonna work as a pizza crust, so I'm gonna stick with them as snack muffins, and I think it'll be good. So anyway, Stage 5, I'm really hoping that I can get through Stage 5 and Stage 6 in this next week. Oh, hard, I don't know. I was in Stage 4 for 5 or 6 days, and the same thing with Stage 3, so I don't know if that will work or not, but I'm going to visit my sister in Ohio a week from today, Thursday, and I just would love to be in full GAPS by that point in time, so I have a kind of a wider breadth of food choices while I'm visiting her, and I don't feel like I just have to make my eggs, each day, but not gonna lie, it was pretty tasty yesterday. Very excited that I have the ability to eat those types of foods now, and that my body knows what to do with it, is processing it and helping me to absorb and kind of improve everything. So that's my update for this morning. I'm gonna go make some ginger tea. I haven't made ginger tea in a while. You might have noticed that, you might not have cared, but I have not done it because the last time I made ginger tea, delicious though it was, I burned the crap out of my tongue. Did you know that when you have boiling water and boiling coconut oil in that water, if you just sip that while it's still hot, you can have some problems for your taste buds. It was a silly accident, but whatever, I learned my lesson. And so now I'm going to make sure my tea is a little bit cooler before I drink it. My favorite travel mug that I showed you last time, it just does too good of a job keeping things hot. So I'm gonna make some ginger tea, which will keep me going through my morning clients. I've got a couple of morning clients today, and then I'll come back for my actual lunch, take you guys along for that process, head back out to my office, finish my clients for the evening, and then catch you again for dinner. I think those are all the updates I needed to pass along. We'll see. So I know I totally just said that I was going to make my ginger tea and bring it with me, but I'm not really feeling hot ginger tea at the moment. I think maybe it's still a little gun shy from when I burned my mouth, but it's also like 73 degrees, so I don't really want that. I actually have a little bit left of my coffee, and I'm just gonna have one of my muffins with coffee, my last little bit of coffee, and I think that's gonna do me just fine. Definitely will hold me over until I get back for lunch. I'm home for my lunch break. The morning been great. That almond flour muffin was pretty good, but I definitely feel hungry now. It has been like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, 3 hours since I left, since you last saw me, and I am ready to make my lunch. One of the things that you get to add in Stage 4, which I know today I can technically move to Stage 5, is garlic. And they have a recipe for garlicky mushrooms that I totally haven't done, but I'm very excited. So I'm gonna press 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna dice my 2 carrots, my celery, this onion here, and then saute that all down, cook that down. Add a little broth to make sure we're cooking, not just sauteing. So I'll put the onion in first, and then I'll add some broth once the others are ready to go in. And then I'm gonna have a side of sauerkraut, my little bit of avocado that's left over. It's not too much, but that's all I've got left. And I think it's gonna be pretty good. I want to make a note for you guys about garlic. So garlic is fantastic. Garlic contains an enzyme called allicin. allicin. And this enzyme allicin is actually insanely antimicrobial. So that is very helpful for your immune system. It boosts your immune system. It does all kinds of fantastic stuff in your body. However, allicin is naturally occurring as a chemical reaction within garlic. So you have to break open garlic's cellular membranes and expose it to oxygen before this enzyme allicin is created. That's why I press my garlic and I let it sit. You sit it out on the counter for 5-10 minutes. I usually let it sit for 10 minutes just to make sure, and then expose it to oxygen so that allicin can be released and created. The cool thing is that allicin is heat stable, which means once it's created, once you let it sit out in oxygen and be created in the first place, you can cook with it and you still have all of the same nutritional benefits. So it's pretty cool. I'm very excited that I can put garlic back into my life. We're gonna try flipping it again. So good. I can't believe I flipped that egg again. That is amazing. In the cast iron skillet, I have to use 2 hands, but that's okay. I'm gonna eat this. I think it's gonna be great. I cooked the carrots and onion and celery for a bit longer this time, and I let it just stay on low for like maybe 10 minutes. Sorry, a little commercial interruption there. I got a phone call. I let it stay on low for about 10 minutes, and it's great. The last time I made it, it was a little bit crispy still, so I didn't really want that, but it's perfect how it is now. I'm gonna go back to eating this meal and I will check in with you guys later. Back home from work, sitting outside. The beautiful weather is fantastic. I'm just throwing the ball for this little guy over here. Here's Gabby. I know. I'm gonna end the vlog here tonight, guys. I was looking at stage 5 stuff and I wanted to talk about that, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning instead. I'll go over some of those details with you, but actually Friday is going to be really busy, so there may not be a vlog tomorrow depending upon what I do with myself. But stage 5, you get to add spices, you get to add apples, cooked apples, which I feel like that kind of counts with those muffins that I had. You cooked the applesauce, so I feel like that counts. And you can start adding some raw vegetables, starting with soft lettuces, and you know what that means? I could do salad, some kind of little bit of salad. So exciting. So this has been a fun experience so far. I'm very excited to be off into stage 5 and I feel very good about moving along. It's gonna give me a lot more freedom, but for tonight's meal, it's basically gonna look exactly like the meal that you saw earlier today, so I'm not gonna film that. But I hope that you had a great time watching. I hope you learned something. I hope this was helpful for you as you're going through your own GAPS process or just wanting to learn more about GAPS. Please feel free to ask me any questions or leave some comments if you so desire, and I'm happy to interact with you and comment back. But for now, I'll say good night and thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.